guys don't know what that means, that's lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, and questioning students who are bullied every day. And this program, this program fights to end bullying for those people.
Yes, definitely. So we thank you so very much for your patience as we start up the show here. We have an incredible show lined up for you guys tonight. And the proceeds for the show are going to go to the PFLAG Safe Schools Program. PFLAG stands for Parents, Families, and Friends of Lesbians and Gays, and that is all inclusive to the members of the LGBTQ community. So it's very important because it's something that we definitely advocate for, to go to schools, to educate students, to advocate, and to end bullying. So if you've been around Lehman in the past month, you know that this has been the month of awareness. We've had events like the Price of Silence, the Day of Silence, Take Back the Night, yes. So it's definitely bringing awareness and advocating for healthy interpersonal relationships. And this is really what we want to promote and try to push here tonight. So thank you so much for contributing to such an amazing cause. So give it up for yourselves, because these are amazing. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and introduce the first performers that are going to bless you guys with their talent. We have Ellie and Gina, who are students here at Lehman.
Yeah, they're going to sing a song that is really, it works with this event. It's really, they heard about this event, they were like, we want to sing this song, and they're going to explain to you guys why they chose this song. So give it up for them, welcome them to the stage, Ellie and Gina.
You with the sad eyes, don't be discouraged, don't I realize it's hard to take courage in a world full of people. You can lose sight of it all, the darkness inside, it makes you feel so small. And I see your true colors shining through, I see your true show me a smile and don't be in hurry. Can't remember when I last saw you laughing. If this world makes you crazy and you've taken all you can bear, just call me up because you know I'll be there. And I see your true colors shining through. See your true colors. That's why so don't be afraid to let them show your true colors, beautiful like a rainbow. When I last saw you laughing, if this world makes you crazy and you've taken all you can bear, just call me up because you know I'll be there. And I see your true colors shining through, I see your true colors. That's why I love you, so don't be afraid to let them show your true colors, beautiful
art that is going to be displayed here on the sides. So at the end of the show, please feel free to check it out. Wonderful artist by the name of Henry Gordillo and his brother, Miguel. They are incredible artists, so please check out. At the end, you'll have the opportunity to talk with the artist and just, build a rapport there. So just to introduce myself, because I feel like I failed to do that, for those of you who do not know me, my name is Denise, and I am the president of Rainbow Alliance here at Lehman College. And once again, and I am so grateful that you guys are here. We have such an incredible talent, I can't even stress it. So coming to the stage next, we have a performer that goes by the name of Philly. She's actually not only a student, she's out, not from here, but she has incredible talent, has done performances throughout New York City. So please give it up one more time for Philly.
I remember the time that he stood on the step stool, almost 4 feet high, chest out, shoulders straight, hands on hips, ready to take on the world. And Granny said, "Wow, you look good." And little brother said, "I am the real Batman, here to save the world from evil, one day at a time." And that day he was 6, with ruby red chubby cheeks, exhausted eyes, excited smile, and a full face, innocence in his voice when he sings to me a song he learns in school that day. Today he's 16, with cold eyes, colorless thin cheeks, and a hard face. He doesn't laugh as much anymore. Such elegance in his language, I don't understand his lingo. It must be too fancy, huh? Little brother has made himself into his own idea of a man. His own idea of a man. Bro, laugh a little. Bro, laugh a little. Why so serious? Because who will save you from yourself? Where's Batman, my little brother, the one who thought that Batman had a red glowing sword with red matching socks? The little brothers don't stay little forever. And he's gone to the dark side because they told him they had cookies. And little brother, I told you once before, not everything that tastes good is good for you. Not everything that tastes good is good for you, but if you would have just stayed to your broccoli, baby carrots, and gummy bears, your broccoli, baby carrots, and gummy bears, and bro, you couldn't just wait a little bit longer. In this rush to become someone you're not ready for, it's a process, bro. No one ever told us it was gonna be easy. You have to work for what you want. Fast cash, well, fast cash money goes as fast as it comes. And I hope you never thought you lived in my shadow, because your presence is massive. And I swear to God, if I ever had a chance to hold you in my arms hard like when you were 6, you'll sing to me a song you learned in school that day. I hope to hear you tell me that you need me. 16-year-old brother tells me that he does not need me, and if he needs someone, he has his brothers. Amor dere. Amor dere means 5 points to the crown. 1. Respect. It's its most highest regards to its nation. 2. Honesty. Your word is your crown. Your crown is your people. 3. Unity. One for all and all for one. Our crown represents our people. 4 is the knowing of your lessons and prayers. And my brother goes to church every Sunday, but it's not in the church. And 5 is the love. The love for your king, queen, your crown, your nation. My little brother has it all figured out. He's standing on that step stool almost 4 feet high. He doesn't read comic books anymore. My brother has it all figured out, and he does not read comic books anymore. They crowned my Batman to Latin cake. Thank you. I have a dream. The man said, I have a dream. But his dream didn't include teens killing teens, all these teen pregnancies. These babies having babies, on top of babies, on top of babies, on top of babies, not knowing if they have a deadly disease, HIV, AIDS. Don't make this mistake when your life is at stake. Be above the influence, ladies. Don't be the girl that's easily influenced. Baby at 16 on corner, smoking weed. Love your body, love yourself. Stay focused on your dreams. I have a dream. And if you dream of peace, happiness, and love. And I know it's hard, but life already gives you low blows. Dream, strength, positivity, and persistence. Because bad days will happen, like dragons dancing on pastel rainbows and clowns on roller coasters, trip off life like falling out. And guys, gang violence
is high-pitched screams of broken hearts. Gang violence is heavy bodies banging against concrete floors. Too many bodies and hearts are breaking. Too many bodies and hearts are breaking. Break the trend, or one day you will watch your best friend fall dead from a bullet to his head. You said you never thought you guys would part, but like you said, you never thought. Thoughts fill your head of regret and confusion. Conclusion. This cycle needs to stop, because every day our future is being put behind bars. Violence could kill your best friend, and violence puts guns in little boys' hands, and violence pulls triggers. This world will try and break you. You will find it hard to be yourself. I challenge you. I challenge you. Think fast but smart. Don't roll with a clique if your clique isn't doing anything to better you. People will only really respect the real you. And we're going backwards instead of forwards. Backwards instead of forwards. And if you remember anything out of this, remember 4 words. Be above the influence. And I have a dream. It's about time you start making the right decisions. It's easy to make the wrong decisions. It's okay to be an outcast. It's okay to be a nerd at the cool table. Let's be nerds at cool tables. There will be more of us than there are of them. So be untamed.
Wasn't it? Can you give it up for her one more time? So the theme of tonight is to help end bullying for our youth. And so I thought it would be awesome to bring some of that youth out and show us what they can do. So this is Spirit Dance Center. They're located in Mount Vernon, New York, and they're really, really talented dancers. Most of them have been dancing since they were like 6. I've known them since they were 6. And they're awesome, and they're an amazing group of individuals. So I just want to help bring them out. Put your hands together. Spirit Dance Center.
A warm welcome for Vincent.
Take a minute to thank Rainbow Alliance, Denise, and Kalima for setting this event up and for asking me to be a part of it because it's really important. So can we just get a round of applause for them? I wrote this song. I used to work with a really nice guy who he was a really sweetheart. He was a sweetheart, and he had a hard time with the fact that he was gay. So hard a time. He was so wrapped up in his religion that. You know, he admitted to me his orientation, but also said that his family would sooner kill him than have him deal with it. So he vowed a life of celibacy. And I haven't seen him in quite some time. He moved away. So I wrote this for him and for that situation. You remind me of myself. myself when I would cry late at night. You remind me of myself when I fell so far from sight. Please don't cry. You're God in the sky. Oh, hey, you believe in love and be free. Yeah. So you told me what you're feeling. Now you want to run and hide. Yes, you told me what you're feeling. Now you're ready to live a lie. Please don't cry. You're God in the sky. Oh, hey, you believe in love and be free. Please don't cry. You're God in the sky. Oh, hey, you believe in love and be free. Yeah.
Wow. I can't. This is what I'm going to say the whole night. Just wow. Okay? Didn't I tell you? Didn't I tell you? It's amazing talent here. Thank you. So I just wanted to kind of tell you guys a little bit more about Rainbow Alliance since you guys are here. Rainbow Alliance is a club here at Lehman College that tries to advocate for acceptance for all lifestyles, education. We're a very activism-based club, and we really try to promote social change because we can't stress how important it is, especially for young students, to know that they have the support in their community. So this is what you guys do right now. We come together as a community because it's just that important to have a young person feel validated, to know that they're getting the support that sometimes they may not receive at home, to come to a space where they can feel safe. And this is something that we really try to push in schools, because when you're in school, you spend a good portion of your time there. And it's important that you know that you're safe in the school that you're in, and know that you won't fear being bullied, being called names, being looked at in a certain way just because you presume to be different. Sometimes people assume to know who you are without even knowing you. So this is something that we really try to push to just better our relationships as a whole. All right, so thank you again, once again. Give it up for you guys, because you guys are supporting the cause that is really meant to bring about change in our community. So coming to the stage next, I want to present a good friend of mine, actually, who is incredibly, incredibly talented. Something about his presence really moves people, and you'll see once he hits the stage, all right? So get ready for a show, all right? So I'm going to present Salazar Angel as Adina Lee, all right? Give it up for Adina Lee. thank you again. We're gonna go ahead and keep things rolling, keep this crowd good. You guys are good?
Yeah.
I mean, after that performance, if you're not good, you gotta make it there, right?
Yeah.
Right? All right, so we're gonna keep things moving. Coming up to the stage next, we have an incredible artist by the name of Catherine George. She has performed throughout New York City. She is a 19-year-old Dominican from the Bronx here, actually, and has been just blessing the stage. And she will continue to bless the stage tonight for you guys. So go ahead and give it up one more time for Catherine George.
I really hope you play this, cause oh girl, you test my patience with all these seductive photographs and all these one-off vacations you've been taking. Clearly like me to take it, it doesn't make sense.
How's everybody doing? Yeah, you guys good?
Yeah.
No, I don't think you guys are really good. Are you guys good? Yes, that's more like it. I mean, I was backstage just now watching that performance, and I'm Beyonce on my spare time. And so I'm really excited. I have a few poems for you guys. If I can figure out this mic, I do have a few poems for you guys. Let's see if I can do this. Here we go. Okay, cool. But this first piece that I'm starting my set off with is, since this is like safe schools, just to kind of reiterate how important it is that we treat each other well in a school setting. This was inspired by events that happened at Columbine High School. I'm pretty sure you guys have heard of the incident. So this is an open letter from Dylan Klebold. He never thinks twice to raise his words at me. I now know that words hurt, words kill. Killing the soul contained within me, we are zombies. Strolling up and down hallways, finding ways to mark hallways into tombstones, blocking tombstones with etchings of their blood. Columbine High, home of the rebels. The internet is the only thing listening to our rebellion, the only thing that's taken time to know the real us. We've been practicing our shooting lately. Tech 9 semi-automatics decorate Christmas trees here. Bullets are included in a Walmart shopping list here. Here, deer on the risk of becoming extinct. Littleton, Colorado, tons of little men looking for ways to make themselves giants. I'm paying enough attention to know cooking products that mixed properly can produce supernovas. For 365 days, 24/7, we've been planning our own doomsday. You know, after a while, the video game gets a little boring. I want to get my hands on experience. I want to get my hands on those experiencing the arts of nitpicking Dylan's every move. And the only thing I've been looking forward to is waking up to the sense of freshly burnt bodies. April 19th, 1999, Armageddon is getting closer than anyone will ever realize. Pipe bombs replace heartbeats. It'll be a symphony of death. Catastrophic, yet beautiful. Because here in America, 58% of teenagers will get bullied, and they probably won't do anything about it, but Eric and Dylan will be the two to play connect the dots with your bullet holes after we're done. April 20th, 1999, it's showtime. Shots fired sound like thunder. Y'all is in my head. Now look at this little black boy trying to hide under the table. His kind will try to find railroads under anything if you let them, but these grounds ain't your way to freedom, more like a death race. Have you ever said death in the face of the jock? Trying to hide the white uniform on his red skin. Oh, he's scared now, the teacher. Shaking, crying, whispering, pleading. I've taught you better than this. When my fingertips dented foreheads and mommy's cooking pockets going off in the lunchroom, I knew I had done the right thing. From the black to the redneck jock to the teacher who's only taught me how to hate, I've read the world of scum. It's my time now. Time to become a part of U.S. history. They'll call me a martyr, dying for the belief that this world is a product of the devil's ashes. Dylan Klebold, shit is history. In the land of the imprisoned and the home of the cowardly. Hey, you. Hey, you. Do you believe in God? The only God for me to believe in is standing right here. So if you guys hear something that you guys like, please snap, yell, holler. Because the energy that you guys give to me is the energy that I will return. And I would say that for all the artists coming up here. and I thank you guys for still sticking around. But do we have any, I'm sorry, I'm still caught up from the last piece. It's very personal. It's very difficult to do, and I just, like, I hope that you guys walk away with a bigger message than just art and just listening to music and listening to a few poems, because it's so much greater than that. And thank you. But do we have any fans of Love and Hip Hop here? Shame on y'all. Shame on y'all. This is a letter to the executive producer of Love and Hip Hop, Mona Scott.
Tell it right.
Yeah. 1, I've never wanted this to be something that didn't benefit them positively. You know, the responsibility of putting on a good show is to follow the drama. Your Uncle Tom taught you how to be responsible, huh? Taught you how to be the most silent of Nagasaki's and Hiroshimas, how us women pray and prowl in the same position. Women are the species to blame for bringing fame to our naked, how us women will get naked for some fame, how us women will watch the life leak out of slitted throats of our competition and then ask them to speak a little louder, how it's all in a good day's work, too. I never wanted to send, I'm sorry, I wanted to send a message about urban love, you know, black love. You know nothing of black love, of rib cages being jungle gyms for leaping hearts. You know nothing of leaping feet over sleeping brooms. You know nothing of secret congregations of gospels being sung to the darkness. You know nothing of the earliest hip-hop, how heavy breathing and the skip drop of breath can cause stutter steps in the most composed of women. You know nothing of being sold. You know everything of selling. 3, of course, I didn't let my kids watch Love and Hip Hop. I pray your daughter away from hurl drinks, from the chains that will hug her neck like leashes from the men, her husband and his mistress, for all of America to witness. 3, these girls were so open and so honest, which is something that I constantly commend them for, because it's not something I know that I could do. They knew Mona was going to make sure that our stories got told. And you know, we live far away enough in Jersey that by the time that I get home, I'm human again. But Mona, when the Antichrist looks just like you, I often have to ask myself if you were ever human to begin with. Thank you. For this last piece, I'm sorry, can I do one more piece? Yeah? Am I good? Okay, all right. I want to leave you guys on a lighter note. And as Denise so efficiently put it, I am from the Dominican Republic. I was born there and I have a lot of pride. So this, I'm gonna call one of the artists that you'll hear later on tonight. So give it up for Najida. We're gonna do like some impromptu improv kind of thing. I hope you guys like it. What's happening? Oh. So give it up for Najida, you guys. So this is entitled Praise. Praise. Praise the Dominican Republic. Praise Santo Domingo. Praise my birthplace. Praise the doctors who said I wouldn't make it through the night. Praise Dominican women for creating bloodlines out of wisps of the sky. Praise the Dominican woman who prayed for me, as if she was the one who was cut in half to remove a baby that was too big for her body. Praise my mother's small body for recovering quick enough to fight for my life before I knew how. Praise the fight. And how humans are just animals that can process coherent thoughts. Praise the animal in all of us. And how coherent thoughts fly out of our minds when we feel our loved ones on the wrong side of time. Praise time. And how whenever you stare at it, it becomes a glob of molasses. Praise Dominican molasses, the way it manages to pacify the bitterest of home remedies. Praise the home remedies that left a trail of fire in the pink of my throat and burned down whatever else tried to consume me. Praise the leaves and the roots that were plucked by my ancestors to make them. Praise these plants for still being around. Praise my family, who were outlived by nature but were still on earth for a long enough time to leave behind a history. Praise Dominican history. Praise Rafael Leonidas Tupido and his tornado-like tendencies of destroying everything holy in his path. for creating the example that a woman should find God first, then the God in them second, and even if their body is destroyed, their spirit will not be tarnished because of this. Praise this. The here, the now, the learning, which is all we really have. Praise the learning. How my father and brother teach me every day this true strength of a man is recognizing that he is weak and faulty and human, and if the man that I fall in love with can't recognize this, he will crumble like a sandcastle when the tide storms in. Praise the tide. You see, for its ability to show you, everyone will feel as though they are drowning. Everyone will scream for a lifeguard at one point in time. Praise your time on this earth. Praise your time on this earth. Praise the earth, the sky, the moon, the sun. Praise the first sun ray of spring and the promise that comes with it. Thank you. Follow me on Instagram, poetic_songstress, and I'm also on Facebook, like my page, Catherine George. God bless all of you guys. Thank you.
All right, how you feeling tonight? You still good? You still with me? Yes? Yes. Y'all enjoying the talent tonight, correct? All right, that's what I like to hear. So as you saw, the last piece that Catherine so beautifully performed here was accompanied by a performer by the name of Burgundy Blue. She is also an incredibly talented musician who hits the stage and always shuts it down. So I would like for you guys to please give it up for Burgundy Blue.
And I often find myself writing about love. I love love. I find love in everything. Political poems, poems about anything you can imagine. Love is in everything. And so I have some love songs / poems for you guys today, and I hope you like it.
City 2013 and will compete for the title of Miss New York on July. As a contestant in the Miss America organization, Acacia promotes the personal platform of the Monday campaigns: Healthy Body, Healthy Mind, Healthy World. Specifically working to bring the initiatives of Meatless Monday and Movement Monday to New York City schools and to change the way we approach the concept of health. Acacia dances jazz and ballet and steps on Broadway in Manhattan, and is also a competitive ballroom dancer. She is thrilled to be here tonight in support of equality for all people. Please welcome Miss New York City, Acacia Courtney.
And I won that title back in February. And it is a chance for me to go and compete for the title of Miss New York, but I think that there's something bigger to that. And for me, I think that we should each find something that bothers us, or several things that bother us, and do something about it. So I don't think that being a pageant girl or a contestant in the Miss America organization means that you just win a title so you get the opportunity or the ticket to go compete for the next level. I think that it's a platform and it's a chance for you to speak about things that you care about. And as Kalima mentioned, my own personal platform is the Monday campaign. So I work with Meatless Monday and Movement Monday, and I travel to middle and elementary schools and talk to kids about those campaigns, whether it's making a new commitment to health, or committing to work out on Monday at the beginning of the week, or going meatless one day a week. And that is something that you can do, making small changes that can lead to a big difference. But also what I care about is equality. And at the end of the day, people are people, and we have to remember that, and that's something that I think gets lost. Especially in the media these days, we put people on pedestals and we think some are better than others. And even if that's, like I said, looking at celebrities or looking at people who have different views than you or have a different sexual orientation or even from different cultural backgrounds, whatever it may be. So I think that having the title of Miss New York City, or even just having the opportunity to work with an organization like PFLAG, gives you a chance to stand up and say that this is what I care about, this is what I believe in, and this is the message that I want to spread. So today I wanted to tell a little story about my own personal experience as a straight ally and why at the core I got involved in PFLAG. My cousin is gay, and she is now in her 50s, but she didn't come out as a gay woman until she was very later in life, and just a couple years ago actually. My family didn't really react that well because it came so suddenly. She grew up and she was a drummer in a band. She was an awesome musician. She was beautiful. She was a fantastic person. And when she finally had the courage to say to our family, I'm gay and this is what I really am, it was a shock for everybody, and especially her mother. And for a long time, a lot of people denied it. And I am much younger than she is, but now getting to know her and even just looking at photographs of her from a few years ago and then knowing her now, that she seems so much happier and freer, that she's able to say, this is who I am, I love who I am, and I'm going to embrace it. And that's something that I've grown up learning that I should always do, is embrace who I am. And when I talk to kids in schools, I always tell them, we have the power in our actions and in our voices to make a change and to stand up for something, even if that's something so simple as standing up for who you are. We're all so different as people, and as I'm sure many of you know, nobody is exactly the same and nobody is going to agree with you all the time. And sometimes when you speak up about your beliefs, you're going to meet obstacles. You're going to meet people who are going to criticize you because of what you say. And I applaud the people at PFLAG so much, and I've gotten to hear Kalima speak a couple of times. Listening to people who are willing to stand up for who they are, for who other people are in their own individuality is an amazing thing. Especially when you're in a pageant organization, sometimes you may get eyebrows raised when you say, I support gay marriage, I'm a straight ally, I believe in equality for all
controversial thing. And even with my own platform, something like Meatless Monday, standing up for animal rights is a controversial thing. But I'm not afraid to speak about it because it's something that I believe in. And I'd like to say today to offer a challenge, and I'm sure that many people have been doing that, whether it's even subconsciously or unconsciously, and that's to always be true to yourself. I think that something that we forget really often is that we don't need to pretend to be somebody that we're not to get other people's approval. And being in a pageant, that's definitely times when you meet people and you meet other individuals who want you to change something so that you fit into a specific mold. And being with my cousin and learning her story, listening to her speak, seeing how free she is because she can express herself gives me the courage every day to say, I'm not going to change who I am. I'm not going to fit into a mold. I'm not going to live in a box. So my challenge is that we always remain true to ourselves and that we remember that people are people and everybody has the right to succeed and to fail on their own merits, based off the work that you put in and not based on what you believe in or what you were born as. Thank you so much. Hope you enjoyed the rest of the show.
Give it up for her. Ooh. Give it up for her one more time. Okay, so our next speaker is another pageant winner, Miss Metropolitan, New York City. Her name is Melissa Phillips. She's a 23-year-old Brooklyn native and the 2013 Miss Metropolitan New York. She holds a bachelor's degree in both communications and English. Melissa is a certified English language arts teacher and has taught high school for 2 years with the Teach for America program. She is currently competing for her Master of Arts in Educational Theater and English Education at New York University. She is a member of several honor societies and has been recognized by CBS News for her volunteer work. Through her platform, Break Free, focuses on supporting children and families of offenders. Melissa is passionate about her work with PFLAG. Due to her work as a performer and a teacher, as well as relationships in her family, she decided to become a straight ally. She hopes to continue in her partnership with PFLAG to bring awareness to positive resources in the New York and national community. Please give it up for Melissa Phillips, Miss Metropolitan New York City.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening. How are you all doing?
Good, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. Like my sister Queen, Acacia, I think it's really important that I'm here tonight because we have to recognize and accept everyone for who they are and who they stand up for themselves to be. For me, it's really important to learn how to stand up for yourself because I was never the child that did that. For a very long time, I was bullied, pushed around, I let people make decisions for me. And I realized at a certain point in my life that if it didn't turn out the way that I wanted it to, I would still have no one to blame but myself. Because I was letting it happen to me. Not only was I letting it happen to me, but I saw other kids get bullied. I saw other kids get picked on. And I realized I'm not standing up for them either. I'm not doing anything to change the circumstances that surround our being in our environment. Though I do not know what it is like to be homosexual, I do know that I have an obligation to stand up for anyone who deserves to be allowed to be themselves. I have a cousin, and one morning when I was teaching, she called me. And I didn't pick up the phone because I was in the classroom with my kids. Well, right after the period ended, I answered the phone. And there was I checked the voicemail, and there was a voicemail, and all it said was goodbye. That was it. So, as you can imagine, I was haunted. I called her back immediately, and I wanted to know, why is it that you're telling me goodbye? No one picked up the phone. I called her back one more time, and she answered, and she was crying. And I said, why are you crying? And she said, I'm done. I'm done. I didn't know at the time what she meant by I'm done. What she was saying to me was, I'm done lying about who I am. I'm done hiding in a shell. I'm done being somebody else. I'm tired of not being able to be me. That day, my cousin decided that it was more important for her to die for who she wanted to be than live for the person that she currently was pretending to be. That was the day that I found out that my cousin was gay. Very luckily for my family, that was also the day that we were able to call cops and have them come get her from their house. That was the day that I decided that it was my obligation to become a straight ally. That was the day that I realized how important it is to embrace people for who they are and when they say they are that. And if they should feel afraid to tell you, to always be open and let them know that you are willing to hear the messages that they are willing to spread. I work as a straight ally because I love my cousin, and I work as a straight ally because I love everyone. I know you guys don't know me, you probably think I'm a creep for telling you that I love you, but I love you because we're all human beings, and we deserve the same respect, each and every one of us. PFLAG and what they do is probably the best vehicle for me to assist in being a straight ally, making kids feel comfortable with their Safe Schools program, and making sure that everyone has a fair shot at being happy. So I'm honored to be here, and I really, truly thank you for your support of this organization, and I truly hope that I can continue to support them in the way that I do right now, and hopefully later on in larger roles. Thank you and have a good night.
That was amazing. As you saw, have people that are genuinely interested about this particular cause, because we know how important it is. It is just that real. When you hear stories or when you know someone who feels the need to end their life because they're not accepted because of who they are, who they love, and just being open about that. So we really want everyone to just be free to be who they are, because that's just the way we should do it. So I still have you guys, right? Yeah. Can I hear y'all? Let me hear. All right, that's what I can hear. So coming to the stage next, we have a gentleman by the name of Joseph, who is also an incredibly talented man, because everyone is so talented here. And he has blessed the stage here at Lehman, different open mics, and also throughout New York City. And he will be speaking to you guys as well as performing for you guys. So please, please give it up for Joseph.
Hello. How's everybody doing? Good? Good? All right, cool. Well, my name is Joseph Gurel. I'm a student here at Lehman College. I am in my sophomore year here. I feel like I'm living a life that's very, very close to the atmosphere of bullying, and I've been surrounded by it since I've been a very young boy, and even until now, actually. So I'm going to share a short story with you guys. Back in elementary school, I went to PS 78, which is close to the Gun Hill area, whoop whoop, if you know what I'm talking about. Anyone? All right. And I remember distinctly being in gym class, and there was a kid that all the kids always used to pick on. It was a kind of heavy-set dude. He was probably about 4'0". And he was just sitting in the corner by himself one day when some guys came up to him and started arguing with him, and they started pushing him around. And I walked over to him and I said, "Yo!" At which point I realized that I just called the attention of the same bullies that had been bullying me for most of my elementary school life. But in that moment, it didn't really matter to me because I saw someone else being threatened. And I've always been raised with the mindset that it's one thing for you to be dealing with something internally, but if you see something that's happening outside of you that you have the power to control, you have the power to make someone's experience be better than it can be, then you take that opportunity even more than if you would take it for yourself. So I stepped outside of myself and I said, "Yo!" At which point they turned around and said, And they turned back and kept pushing the kid. I was like, yo, leave him alone. Long story short, I got my ass whooped. But at the end of the day, I went home feeling much better, knowing that I didn't let that injustice continue. Because as the school year proceeded, those kids ended up being cool with that kid. I mean, they still bullied me, but you know, it was less of a blow, you know, because at the end of the day, he was all right, you know. Right now, I am an employee for the CUNY Creative Arts team. I'm an active teacher for the CASA After School Program. And what we're doing this semester is an after-school residency with the 4th and 5th graders of PS 117 in Queens about bullying. And we're teaching them, is it?
Yes. She worked there too.
Yeah? Which grade is she in?
She was a teacher.
Oh, yeah? Ah. Hey. But we're working there with the residency on bullying, and we're teaching them about how to deal with different situations of bullying through drama and theater conventions. And we're using games and different exercises and different open-ended conversations and a different strategic way of teaching than just having students in a classroom behind a piece of paper and a pen, you know what I mean? And being in that environment and teaching that grade level of students, which is something I've never done before this semester, to be perfectly honest, is so exhilarating and so empowering to know that in your hands, you're passing on knowledge to people that will need this and probably that are dealing with something like this, probably that will or possibly were dealing with it in the past, and teaching them, or rather helping them realize that they already have the answers to all the questions that the universe can ask them. And being in that empowering position is really, really humbling to be able to take away from that and say, less people are going to have to be victims because more people are more aware of their own power. So with that, I'm going to play a short, sweet instrumental that I've been working on. It's actually in its complete stage right now. I completed it a few days ago, actually. So, woo, yeah. So you guys are gonna get to hear that right now.
have come to our last performance. Isn't that sad? Like, aren't you guys having an amazing time right now? Can you give us everybody a round of applause at West Shore Club? So, our next performers are Latin dancers. They're amazing, phenomenal dancers. They're from Starlight Dance Studio of the Bronx. And they are, yeah, we can give them up for them. They've been dancing for pretty much their entire lives. They came out of the womb, they started doing bachata, so it's awesome.
of Lehman College. And thank you to all the performers. It was an amazing, amazing evening, and I'm so happy, so bowled over that you all gave your time and gave your talents for the Safe Schools Program of PFLAG New York City. Kalima and Denise are two of the speakers. Acacia and Melissa, who spoke, are also two of the speakers we have going out into the schools. What the Safe Schools Program is all about is creating opportunities for people to share their stories in the schools, to talk about having lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, questioning people in their families close to them who mean something to them, so that all of the kids in the school can understand what that means, and the kids can get the chance to come out themselves about having people in their lives who are important to them who happen to be LGBT, to make it normal, to make it talked about, to make it something that we can all share and recognize that we all have people in our lives who are LGBT, we all have people in our lives who are different in some way from that which society tells us we have to be. And so it's important that we can share and to talk about that. You know, PFLAG started here in New York City. PFLAG is parents, family, and friends of lesbians, gay, bisexual, and transgender people. And we got started actually 40 years ago this year, when one single mother stood up for her gay son who had been beaten up at a protest. And just from that one mother standing up, more mothers, parents came out and started standing up for their children. And back in 1973, it was a small trickle of parents, but it has been growing and growing. And we run groups around the city for parents who are finding out that they have children who are lesbian, gay, bisexual, or transgender, and give them help and give them assistance, help them come to grips with that, figure out what it means, because it is a little different than the future they might have envisioned for their children, and they just need a little help getting over that. But in the last few years, our Safe Schools Program got started when a lot of the parents involved with PFLAG realized that there were a lot of kids out there whose parents were never going to find their way to a PFLAG meeting, whose parents were not going to find ways to give their children support. And so we started going out into the schools to reach all the kids. So that's what we do. The biggest thing holding back the program from growing to reach more kids is getting more volunteers who can go in with us and share their own personal stories in the schools. So if any of you want to share your story the way Melissa did tonight, the way Acacia did, the way Kalima and Denise do, and we've got some of our PFLAG speakers in the audience here. If you want to share a story, just to visit one school a year with us, visit our website, pflagnyc.org, and find out more about the program and sign up. But I just want to thank, in addition to thanking everybody involved in the program, I just want to thank all of you for coming tonight and supporting what we do. Thank you very much.
So that's the end of our